watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the San Antonio Spurs. And off now to the AT&T Center with Kevin and the crew as they get ready to call the game.
Always a special moment in the pregame ceremonies. The playing of the national anthem as the teams gear up for the tip. It's the NBA Live on 2K Sports on this Tuesday afternoon. Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Doris Burke will join us moments from now. Our starting lineup will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. First for the Mavericks, Jameer Nelson is out there with Ellis. And in the middle, the 2012 Defensive Player of the Year, 7'1", rebounding, shot blocker, and leader Tyson Chandler. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Nowitzki in at the 4. And looking at the Spurs, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Sporting. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the 4 spot.
It's interesting that the Mavs almost exclusively built through free agency. They make draft picks, but they always seem to have a hand in free agency come July.
So Dallas will get the first possession. Nelson left side. And he gets it to go. Well, Clark, you look back at some of the big names they were rumored to be in on. Like Darren Williams and Dwight Howard. Those two names come to mind.
And they missed out on them, but they've always been very good about remaining flexible when they need to be with the salary cap.
And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Duncan right side. 6 to shoot. Green. He's guarded by Ellis. There's Parker with the 3. Green kicks to Leonard for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. And here comes Parsons leading the fast break. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now let's find out what head coach Greg Popovich had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
And of course, he said a big key for them will be trying to minimize Monte Ellis' impact offensively. He added, he's one of the best in the league at blowing by his defender and finishing at the rim. We've got to force him left, and then at the other end, make sure we go at him defensively and see that he expends some energy there as well. Kevin, defense not Ellis' strong suit seems like a smart plan.
Thank you, Doris. Nowitzki, no good.
Dirk Nowitzki last season back in the All-Star game is 12th in 13 seasons. As he left the knee troubles of 2 seasons ago in the rearview mirror. He's in top form once again.
Here's Parsons, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Well, Parsons was really a surprise coming out of Florida. Had a big impact in his rookie season with Houston. Very reliable in a lot of areas. Can handle the ball, can knock down a long-range shot, and a better defender than you think as well.
That is what makes Parsons such an easy guy to send down to the floor. You know exactly what he's going to give you on offense and is very consistent. Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Ellis. Can't get it to go. And the Spurs going the other way now. Splitter kicks to Leonard. Parker outside. Looking to end the drought. Ellis with some nice D.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
That's blocked. Chandler dishes to Nowitzki. Tries again. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Great job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Well, how about last season? They shot 80% as a team from the free throw line. That's an impressive number.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Spurs were able to take the top seed in the West once again and set themselves up for yet another deep playoff run.
And taken away by Ellis. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Chandler, no good. Duncan left side on the left block. The shot from the low post is good.
As you said, the Spurs were the top seed coming into the playoffs and in the West, but they were pushed to the limit early by Dallas before cruising to the NBA Finals. And I can go back to a number of years where the #1 seed has had a tough time in its first round matchup only to get to the NBA Finals and in some cases win it.
On the wing, Chandler. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Chandler's got his first points of the game.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And for the Spurs in their run to yet another NBA title, they didn't seem to have any weakness in any facet of their game.
And you know, a little bit of that was overlooked, I thought, Kevin, heading into the final series against Miami, but certainly not afterwards. One of the things that so impressed me was the depth, the quality of play that the Spurs got from everybody that Greg Popovich called on. And that really was the difference. They had 8, 9 guys playing at a high level, and Miami only had 1 or 2 guys most nights.
That's a great thought. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Chandler. Jay Crowder comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. That's Felton in for Monte Ellis. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
San Antonio ball. 19 seconds on the shot.
1:56 left in the first quarter of the game. Throws it from deep. But they'll get another chance. And Mills gets to Ginobili. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Ginobili's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Mavericks leading by 3. Felton.
That's flat out embarrassing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Diaw can't hit. Heaves it up. And here is Wright. Puts up a prayer. And at last, they get one to fall.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And the Spurs with possession, trailing by 5. Mills can't hit. Throws it from deep. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Remaining San Antonio ball. 20 seconds on the shot.
Here's Mills. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter. Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Feeds to Bellinelli. Passes it to Diaw. Shoots a fader. Rebounded by Devin Harris.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Mavericks making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. "20 seconds left to play here in the first. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. And it's Wright missing. Diaw, the pass to Mills. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And so the first quarter wraps up without too much action on the scoreboard. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 7. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. Really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Well, it's been a great pairing in Dallas between Monte Ellis and Dirk Nowitzki. As Dirk said, he's been amazing for us. He's so athletic, so fast. I knew he could score with the best of them, but the thing that surprised me is his playmaking off the pick-and-roll game. He makes my game a lot easier. Kevin, they make a great tandem.
Yeah, working together, they're a nightmare to defend, Doris. Thank you. And Mills getting quality minutes at the backup point guard position.
Yeah, and for a player who spent time in the D-League, playing in China, in his native Australia, and it seems he's really solidified his place as an NBA player, Kevin, in part because he refocused on conditioning his body and really developed as an outside shooter.
But one thing you got to watch out with him, he loves that corner three. And that's the easiest three on the court, the shortest distance, about 22 feet. That's his sweet spot.
And I don't think you can look past what a fearless player he is, too, guys. I mean, just look at all the charges he takes.
And that one misses.
It's happened before, and we've seen it happen again. The Spurs were the best team in the West last season and secured the top seed, not only in the West, but throughout the NBA.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Splitter. Steve, the Spurs adding another banner last season as they finish with the best record in the Western Conference. 38 wins in conference play, helping with that.
Really, it's the fact that with their offense and the discipline they play with, they're going to cause trouble for any team playing any style. And I didn't think there was anybody out west that the Spurs feared.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for San Antonio. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Brandon Wright. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Jameer Nelson's checked in for Dallas. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Parker. Can't get the heave to fall. Dallas with the ball. Ellis can't get it to go. Here's Duncan. Out to Parker. Back to Duncan. And stolen by Nowitzki. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Daniel Green. He's checked in for Manu Ginobili. Here comes Tony Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it. You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Fades away, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Duncan. Leonard's got his first bucket in this one. Nelson. A prayer from beyond half court is off the mark. And the heave doesn't get to the rim.
Well, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, so smart, a former foreign intelligence officer during the Cold War. If he's tight-lipped with the media, maybe that's the reason why.
Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Now just a 2-point Dallas lead.
Now, defense just couldn't get a hand in his face, couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, it made